On a personal note, Cheron served as my mental health counselor when I experienced unprecedented sadness and depression after having been rear-ended just 3 days shy of my 50th birthday. Using trauma-informed approaches, Cheron tenderly defines and addresses the inner critic as an inner voice living rent-free in one's head, constantly judging, criticizing, and demeaning us at key moments in our lives. Listen in as Cheron and I discuss the essence of mental health counseling, the difference between life coaching and mental health therapy, and how mental health experts can round out their professional skills by building organizational leadership and program administrative capacity.
Full disclosure, you are the one that I called when I needed a mental health therapist. Like, I had your speed down. And now I know, let me just ask you this. Have you blocked me on up?
I have not blocked you. And I have to say, being who you are, I applaud the fact that you did reach out. I applaud the fact that you had questions to ask. I applaud the fact that you recognized, hey, something's not right, it's not feeling right, and I need to address this. So the fact that we're here and the fact that you can acknowledge that and put it all out there, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, I am a licensed professional counselor, and my business name is Magnifying Expectations. And I focus on depression and anxiety. So those are my key specialty areas are women and young adults who are experiencing symptoms of depression, symptoms of anxiety. From that, from having conversations, from having dialogue, because a lot of times people will walk into my space not recognizing that they are having symptoms of depression or anxiety. They say, I'm stressed, I'm feeling numb, I lack passion for what I used to lack passion for. And so throughout these conversations, throughout assessing, looking at symptoms, I say to them, have you thought about the idea that you may be experiencing depression? Have you thought about the idea that you may be experiencing anxiety? And a lot of times most people will say, no, I never thought about that. And they would then go on to say, there's an answer for how I'm feeling. There's a reason for how I'm feeling. And then usually the next step will come in of, you have no idea how I've been speaking to myself about my lack of motivation, about the fact that I can't seem to get up, about the fact that I don't feel like myself. I have been speaking to myself in such a bad way. I have been talking so poorly to myself. And then that led to a development of, hey, what she's saying is she's been allowing her inner critic to take over. She's been allowing that inner voice in her head to dictate how her life is moving. And that became my signature workshop, which is Unfriending Your Inner Critic, which is taking a look at that inner voice in your head that tells you, hey, you must minimize who you are to succeed, or hey, you don't belong here, hey, this is not a good fit for you, when in fact those are just lies. And so that came about because of working with women and young adults who are experiencing depression and allowing that inner voice to dictate how they move. And that became my signature workshop. Queen, in general, I say this is really the time for counselors and counseling. There has just been really a boom and an uptick. You know, we have celebrities that are coming out saying, hey, you know, I'm my emotional wellness is at stake. And this is a time that we've never had that many people come out and say, I'm experiencing some emotional distress. I'm not okay. And there has been, with that being said, people are starting to say, hey, I'm feeling some level of distress as well. My normal coping skills aren't working. Let me take a look at this. So there has been an uptick, I think, in all counseling referrals at this point, because people are recognizing that it's okay to not be okay. So, you know, we're finally in business. We're finally the thing to do, right? We're the thing to do now.
Well, and I have to say that what works for me, and I may bring you back to really talk about this piece as well when I get in January, talking about life coaching. And what is scary to me is how many people will approach me looking for life coaching services when they really need counseling. And I've had to back down and say, from what you are telling me and what you're experiencing, you need counseling. You're not, and I break it down and say, a coach is someone you need when you are in the game, playing on the field. I said, right now you are an injured player and you need to sit out if for a few plays, if not for a whole season or a few games. You know what I mean?
I love that analogy.
Right? So that you can get yourself together. And I said, and the counselor is like a medical doctor. Like they're going to do the physical therapy and all of that, get you ready to get back in the game. But right now you are broken. And I can't put you in the game with all these tears and, and all this victim status that you're in, because I'm going to re-injure you.